Number 1. 1893 Morgan Silver Dollar. The 1893's Morgan Silver Dollar is the rarest piece in the series, and can even be worth thousands. The S, which stands for the mint location of San Francisco, can be found on the bottom of the reverse of the coin. The biggest reason why the piece with an S mark is so valuable is because of its low mintage of 100,000. The 1893 S is the rarest of all Morgan dollars in higher grades. David Bowers, a numismatic author, wrote a description of the coin on the Professional Coin Grading Service website. He added, "The 1893 S is not an impossible rarity, because thousands of one specimens survive. One has sold for more than $13,000, after a whopping 113 bids. The coin was certified by PCGS and AU details." Number 2. 1924 Buffalo Nickel. Before the nickel entered circulation, the Buffalo Indian nickel was the go-to 5-cent denomination for Americans. Some of these nickels, which were minted between 1913 to 1938, could also sell for thousands. One of them is the 1924 nickel. The 1924 piece has one of the lowest reported mintages in the series, with a little more than 1.4 million pieces. In comparison, the average mintage for a Buffalo nickel is nearly 19 million, according to coin mintages. As an example, one coin in a February listing sold for a total of $5,600 after 69 bids. The seller labeled the coin in the headline as AU++. Number 3. 1916 Mercury Silver Dime. In the early 1900s, Liberty was still featured on the dime. One of the rarest ones will bear the 1916 date with a D-letter mark. Only Mercury series dimes were minted that year in Denver, adding even more value to the 1916 Denver dimes. Also, 1916 ended the old Barber dime series, and introduced the Mercury dimes, according to Coin Study. Only 264,000 with 1916 D-date have been minted. The value could range as low $300 to as high as a little over $29,000, according to data from PCGS. One example, that was certified in AF12 grade by PCGS, sold for $3,200 recently online. Number 4. 1909 Lincoln Penny. The 1909 date kicked off the Lincoln Penny series, but that did not stop controversy from happening. This was sparked by designer Victor David Brenner, who engraved his initials on the reverse of the penny. While this was not uncommon at the time, newspaper reporters had an issue with the placement of the initials. PCGS Coin Facts founder Ron Gruth wrote that the reporters argued that they were far from inconspicuous, and that the initials amounted to free, illegal advertising for the designer. There were two pieces in 1909 with VDB initials engraved. One featured an S on the reverse under the date, while the other did not have a letter mark. The coin with an S mark has a mintage of just 484,000, which is the lowest in the entire Lincoln series. The one without a mint mark, in comparison, has a mintage of nearly 28 million. In average condition, the 1909 VDBS penny is worth $940, according to USA Coin Book. Meanwhile, one 1909 piece sold for more than $2,100 in just a recent eBay listing. Number 5. 1932 Washington Quarter. Interestingly, two of the rarest Washington quarters in circulation feature the 1932. One is the 1932 and the other is known as the 1932 D quarter. These are only two Washington quarters, with mintages under 1 million. Just 408,000 and 436,800 have been minted respectively, according to former PCGS President David Hall. Both coins have been highly sought after in all grades for the past 60 years, Mr. Hall wrote in a description of the coin. They are the key dates of the Washington Quarter series, and actually are two of the better-known rare coins of the 20th century. A 1932 D Washington Quarter sold for $680 after 45 bids in an eBay auction. The seller listed the grade as AU++.